In this English lesson, I wanted to help you learn the English phrase to freak out. When you say that someone is freaking out, or sometimes when you say an animal is freaking out, it means they're going crazy and doing all kinds of abnormal things. Let me explain a little bit. When someone drives in our driveway, sometimes our dogs will freak out. That means they'll bark and jump around and they'll be all excited because someone has arrived at our place and maybe they don't know who it is, so they freak out. Sometimes when a person finds out some exciting news, they might freak out. They might jump for joy or scream, or they might be really excited. They might freak out because they're really, really happy about something that's happening. It can also mean a negative emotion. Like sometimes when I'm walking at night and Jen will say something from a dark room or something like that. By the way, that doesn't happen very often, but you get my point. If someone was to jump out and scare me, I would freak out. I would scream a little bit and I would maybe run away a little bit. I would freak out. So it's any time you express a lot of emotion, positive or negative, in a way that's a little bit uncontrolled. The second phrase I wanted to teach you today is the phrase control freak. This is something that we call someone who always wants to be in control of a situation. I have a certain relative where when I make food at their house, they kind of watch me and tell me what to do because I don't think they trust me when I make food. They're kind of a control freak. They want to make sure I measure everything correctly and I fry everything for the right amount of time. They're a bit of a control freak. Sometimes you might have a boss who's a bit of a control freak. They kind of watch you all the time and they're always telling you what to do and telling you when you do something wrong. Anyways, to review, when you freak out, when you say, oh, if I win the lottery tomorrow, I'm going to freak out, it means you are going to have an outburst of emotion, either positive or negative. If you won the lottery, it would be positive. And when you say someone is a control freak, it means they want to be in control of any kind of situation. Hey, let's look at a comment from a previous video. This comment is from Hala. You are so kind, Bob. I assume when you are angry, you don't shout. I think making lessons on YouTube calms you down. Thank you. And my response, oh, I shout sometimes. I'm mostly calm, but I'm human just like everyone else. In fact, the other night, my son was mowing lawn really late, just outside the window of our house. And I do appreciate when he mows our lawn, but it was really loud and I was trying to work and I got a little bit angry, a tiny bit angry. Sorry, there was a tree there I had to duck under. And I shouted a little bit. I didn't say anything mean. I said something like, hey, stop making so much noise. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to think. So yeah, I'm not exactly a perfect person. I think I've mentioned that a number of times before. You have to realize that on YouTube and on all different kinds of social media, you always see the best side of someone. I will admit, I try really hard to be a nice person. But like I said in the comment, I'm human. I'm just like everyone else. I get angry. I get sad. I get a little bit depressed every once in a while, a couple times a year, especially in February when there's not a lot of sunlight. So don't ever think that Bob the Canadian is a perfect person who never yells, who always smiles and is always happy. I'm just like you. I'm a normal human being who has all the normal behaviors and emotions that other people do. These, though, are something that make me happy. So talking about being a normal human being and being kind, flowers always make people kind. Jen and I have been working really hard here. We've been growing sunflowers, which make people super happy. Let me check my time here. Oh, I'm done.